All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Good afternoon. We are going to be shipping out some orders live. Should be a really quick, easy shipping live. Let's see how many orders total. I didn't even look at this. We have 7 on the Bay and 1 on Posh. So nice little easy shipping day today. Appreciate everybody who came out to the show yesterday. Your orders have all shipped. We just finished shipping those out. Woke up a little later today. I apologize for the sniffles. I'm probably going to get some. What's up, Trisha? Probably going to get some comments about my sniffling, but I woke up this morning with a nice little cold. So if you hear me sniffling a lot, I apologize. I can't help it. My nose is it's just running. I just blew it right before the live, so that way mitigate some of the sniffles early on, but nothing I can do. I got sniffles today, so no comments about my sniffles. But welcome in, Juliet. What's up, everybody? What's up, Tej? Welcome in, everybody. Tej, hopefully your mama's doing good. Got 7, what did I say, 7 orders? 8 orders to ship out today. One Posh, and the rest are all eBay sales. We do have some multi-quantity sales too. And I just sold something right before the live. We'll pull it. Actually, I sold 2 things right before the live. We'll pull both of those on the live, and I'll show you what sold. One of them I just literally made a video about, so you guys, if you watch my stuff, you'll see it. What's up? Appreciate the heart me over on TikTok. What's up, Amy? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try to get this done quick. Today is the day my cover mail guy is delivering, and he's usually always here like super early, so he'll probably be here within the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to get these out before happy Friday. I'm going to try to get these out before he gets here. So let's start with the singular Posh order. We have a Ralph Lauren shirt. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, Ralph Lauren shirt, just a basic Ralph Lauren plaid shirt. This one sold for $21 over on Posh. Throw this in an envelope and ship it out. Appreciate you, Carolyn. Bet it's the Viore. Well, you might be right. You might be right. Watching cross list on Nifty. Let's go. Get some listings up. Kayla's been doing some listings this morning. I don't know how many we have. I'll check in 1 second, but that's what I'll be doing after the live. I'll be getting at least 10 done today. Usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday we do at least 10 a day. But if I have some extra time, I might do a little bit more today because sales have been really good. We've been selling quite a bit. So the more you list, the more you sell. I was sitting with Mom at the hospital. She's doing fairly well. Let's go. Well, that's good news. Hopefully Mom is doing better today. She'll keep doing better every single day. All right, let me see. How many drafts do we have? We have 31 drafts ready to go. So technically I could just list 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 Sunday. That's probably what I'll do. And then actually I'll do 11 one of these days. I'll probably do 11 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 on Sunday, and then we'll start the week fresh with 0 listings in the draft bank. I like doing that. Happy Friday. What's up, everybody? Again, if you're just hopping in, I apologize. I'm going to be sniffling today. I got a little bit of a cold, so if it's bothering you and you have to leave, I completely understand. Found first Aviator Nation in the wild today. Let's go. Aviator Nation. Great brand to look out for. Aviator Nation, pretty much anything is a pickup, from hats to jackets. Everything's a pickup. I'm not happy with Depop. They send way too many emails and alerts. I need to adjust something. So go through your email and just make it so you don't get notifications for Depop. That's all you have to do. It's a simple fix. What I do is I just ignore the emails since I signed up, and now I don't get any of the emails as pop-up notifications, because after a while, when you don't click on certain notifications, Gmail just puts them to your what do you call it, spam folder. Happy Friday, Happy Friday, Happy Friday, Jarhead. I was trying to say your name and Friday all in one. What's up? Welcome in. Good morning. Had a good day on the Bay with 3 whole sales. We are moving forward. Let's go. 3 sales is better than no sales. That's what I like. I'm out. See, I'm already sniffing. I can't help it. Like, I just blew my nose, and my nose has been draining like all night. It's been so annoying. Before I went to bed last night, I sneezed like probably 67 times, just over and over again, sneezing. I couldn't stop, and I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna be sick tomorrow, but we have a show today. We have a show tomorrow. I can't be sick. I'll probably just rest most of the day until the show starts. This right here is, I got to be careful with this one. What is this one? 5404. This is a men's Johnny O sweater. Good sweater to look out for. $22.50 is what it sold for. Nice, easy bread and butter sale. This one was listed for $24.99. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. So don't pass on the Johnny O's. Don't pass on the Johnny O's. Just signed up. Thank you. Nice. Yeah. Don't Yeah, just go through your Gmail. You can turn off all those notifications. Let me go through Shippo really quick to get my label. This one is going to cost me, I don't think this is over a pound. I think it's going to be under a pound. Yeah, it's 13 ounces. So we are going to put, look, I already got a restriction. I'm not resetting TikTok today. I refuse to reset TikTok. I think TikTok is being TikTok again. This one's going to ship out for $6.99. I charged the buyer $7 shipping, so I made 1 penny on shipping. Can you get 10 shirts every day to keep up inventory? How? You can get 10 shirts every day to keep up inventory. How? Thrifting. I go thrifting. If you go watch some of my thrifting videos, usually when we go to red, white, and blue, I'm at least getting around 40 to 50 items from a red, white, and blue. I go shopping on Wednesdays and Sundays. So if I go 2 days a week to just 2 red, white, and blues, I got enough inventory to list all throughout the week. Just 2 stores, 2 days a week. Obviously, I go to more stores than that, but that's how I get enough inventory. I grab a lot of bread and butter stuff too. I'm not passing on stuff that I can make $10 to $15 on like most resellers do, and that's how I'm able to list and keep the listings up. Like basic Ralph Lauren shirts that most people would pass on because you know you're buying for $5 and selling for $22.99. Most people pass on those. I'm still picking those up because it fills my inventory and they sell quick. You're gonna see here in a second how many Ralph Lauren shirts I sold today or yesterday. The magic signing in monthly for Nifty is frustrating. It does not work. Yeah, that's a Depop issue. It's not a Nifty issue, unfortunately. The Depop magic link is what you're talking about. It sends it to your email, and yes, sometimes even when I click on it, it doesn't send it. I have to go through and like I have to have them call me and then or text me the code, and then I gotta go through that way. It's really annoying. But yeah, that's a Depop issue. That's not a Nifty issue. Shippo is great. Save me money. Thanks. There you go. In the chat. Somebody in the chat using Shippo. I tell you guys all the time. Use Shippo. You're going to save a little bit of money here and there. And then if you use my code, you get $25 off after you spend $25. So you get $25 in free labels. That's like 4 to 5 items shipped for free. You might as well try it. Get that free money. Where do I send a check? Yesterday in your live, you said you had a 4-piece bundle. You had a 3-piece polo bundle sale. Where do I send a check? Yesterday in your live, you said you had a 4-piece bundle. I had a 3-piece bundle. Let's go. That's what you're saying. I read that last part wrong. I thought you were asking me like, where do I have these for sale? Nice. Let's go. Ralph, did you do the discount when they buy multiple or like free shipping when they buy multiple, or did you just happen to get that sale? I actually had a multi-quantity sale too of polo again today. So it's been a nice day. The trash guys are here. I hear them outside. All right, next up, we got a Ralph Lauren, just a basic green Ralph Lauren shirt. These are going to start selling, obviously, for Christmas time. It's the green with the red hit on the front, just a classic Christmas color. This one sold for $22.99 plus ship. It was literally just listed, too. We listed this like 2 or 3 days ago, and it sold really, really fast. So $22.99 plus ship. These are the pieces that I'm not passing on when I go out thrifting because these are what's going to make you some money. What's up, Alyssa? Happy Friday. Lighthouse. We got Danny in the house. Danny's here. Danny, I remembered your name. All right, this is going to ship out for 15 ounces. A little bit of a heavier shirt, so a little bit of a higher shipping cost. I charged the buyer $7. This is going to be $7.45. Where does this buyer live? They must live far away. Yeah, they live in Las Vegas. That's why. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. This is going for $7.45. Printing out the label, shipping it out, easy peasy. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop in the chat. This is going to be a quick shipping live. I'm trying to save my voice because I know if I talk too much, my voice will go out before tonight. But feel free to ask questions, get them answered. Also, I figured out how to set up my Jadens with a roll. I'm actually using my Dymo, my old Dymo. I'm just put the roll in the Dymo, and then I have it feeding through the Jadens. It's working like a charm right now. Is Nifty worth it for listing? Every single listing I've done within the last probably 3 or 4 months, I've done all with Nifty. So my opinion, yes, Nifty is worth listing. A lot of these that you're seeing, like this right here, 7235. Where's this one at? 7243, 7235. Where'd she put it? Hold on. Did I just ship the wrong one? Nope, I shipped the right one. Green polo. Did she grab the wrong item? Hold on. 7237. 7237. Okay, hold on. 7866 4356. Okay. 6658. She grabbed the wrong one. That's what she did. She grabbed 7235. She grabbed 7243 for some reason. 7235. 7235. 7235. 7243 should go back down here. I don't know how she messed that up. That was way off. No, maybe it's in the wrong spot. Maybe that's what she did. I don't know what she did here. Let me ask her really quick. Hey, Kayla, come here for a second. I have this as 7235, but the Ralph.
You can see.
So you just labeled it wrong? Is that what it is?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I have it already over here.
Yeah, I just put it back because I thought you grabbed the wrong item.
No, if you look under the sticker, you can see where it said 7235.
Oh.
Sticker. I don't know what.
Got you. Okay.
That's the right one.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I wasn't shipping the wrong item. Okay. Ralph Lauren Blake shirt just listed. Obviously, we put the wrong sticker on it. Luckily, she figured that out. It looks like we put 2 stickers on it. So I don't know what happened there. But 7243, this one sold for $24.99 plus ship. $24.99 plus ship. She already left the room, Erica. But yeah, just making sure I was shipping the right item because I saw the wrong inventory number. The cool thing about Shippo is it literally shows me the inventory number on Shippo. So things like that, like you can catch it before you ship it. So that's how I caught that one, but it was not a mistake. It was actually a mistake inventory wise. So that one's going to ship out for 10 ounces. It is going to ship for a whopping, let's see, it's going to ship for $6.37. Lots of people buying from the other side of the country today because a lot of these are higher dollar ones. What in general setting on your iPhones for taking pictures in the Nifty app? Bulk. So I take my photos on my iPhone through the photo feature, and then I upload the photos to Nifty in bulk from the photos that I already took. I don't take my photos within Nifty. I take my photos on just taking the photos on the iPhone, if that makes sense. Where you buy your box on the shelf, if you go through my link tree in my bio, I'll put it in the chat really quick for you. But all the products we use on a daily basis are in my link tree. If you're watching on TikTok too, you can find it in my link tree too. I can say it now because I've already got a violation. So link tree in my bio, that's where you find it. Let me see if I can get it to load because right now it's taking a little bit. There it goes. Link tree is going super slow. Do you use square mode? I do. I'd put everything in square mode. Highly suggest putting everything in square mode. What's up, Dora? Welcome in. Dora's in the chat. Appreciate you sponsoring some giveaways yesterday, Dora, as always. I appreciate you. That I just put in the chat, that is our link tree. You click on that and you go to the second link, I believe. It's a products we use on a daily basis section. All the boxes, all the bags, all the shipping bags, the Jaden's printer that we use, everything that we use is all linked there. So you just tap on that and go to the products we use on a daily basis section. That also has Nifty and Shippo, the Shippo discount. That's everything linked there. I've had a lot of international orders lately. Let's go. I think I've had like 1 or 2 this month. I haven't had too many. I'm having trouble setting discounts on Nifty. How do you get Nifty to send discounts? As soon as someone likes it, it's just your offer setting. So set your offers to whatever offer discount you want. I usually do 10%. So when somebody likes something, 10% offer gets sent out. That's how you send it. I know Poshmark is not your biggest platform, but what do you do? What do you think about them taking away the bulk sharing option? I emailed them and they said it wasn't necessary to share our closets like we were originally told would help the algorithm. I find my closet more active when I do share, but now it takes forever. I'm not happy about that. My thoughts on that, Anne, is I didn't even notice they took that away because I haven't actually shared my closet physically since I've been using Nifty for the last 3.5 years. Nifty has an automated share tool, so I don't share. I think Poshmark's finally come to the conclusion that most people buy a share tool, so that's probably why they probably seen that a lot of people just don't use the bulk share option. But as you can see here, I've already shared 1,400 times today, and I haven't even been at my computer. There's 1,402 times. I just shared another listing. I've done party shares. I've done community shares. All that is done through Nifty. So I didn't even notice they took it away because I don't actually use it, if that makes sense. I think it, it sucks because there's people out there that were bulk sharing from their phone and they didn't want to have to pay for a service, but if you don't like it, you got to pay to play, I guess. They say that you don't get any traction, but you still get pushed. From what I understand, you still get pushed to the top of search when you share to other people. You just don't get pushed to the top of search when somebody shares your listing or you share somebody else's listing. Like, doesn't help you out at all. But when you share your own items to somebody else, that pushes it to the top of search, from what I understand. I could be wrong about that though, because I don't know about all the changes. Still the same flat rate, and then the buyer pays. Yes. So when it comes to international shipping, I use eBay's international shipping program. The buyer pays, for example, let's say it's a 10-ounce shirt. They're going to pay $7 for that shirt for shipping. And I'm going to ship it to the eBay's international shipping hub. eBay takes that item and ships it overseas for me. They pay for that additional shipping cost too. So they pay for 2 different shipping costs on that. I think I need to make a Polo and Ralph Lauren show before I go on vacation with all the followers I got last night. Yes, let's go. Do it. I like that. I like that idea. Polo shows are good. Fun fact, I can't show it because it's on this phone, but I got confirmation that should be getting it on Monday. I got a whole pallet of new tag Polo Ralph Lauren on the way, like a huge pallet. So I'm excited. It's like my first like big pallet. So I think you guys are gonna like it. It's coming from a consignor, so we're done a little deal where we consign the items. You guys are gonna see like really good stuff. My goal is to basically consign with people that can already get wholesale, and they cherry pick all the best pieces, and then they can sign it with me. They can move this stuff really fast, and then they can, list all the other items that aren't amazing, but they can still make good money. Like the basic kids pieces and stuff like that, those sell well on eBay, but they don't do really well on Whatnot. So they're going to list those items, and then they're just going to send me all the like the crazy good stuff out of their pallet. It's a win-win for them because they don't have to list that stuff, and they get the money back really fast, and then they can go buy more pallets and do the same thing. So it's going to be fun. I also got some confirmation that possibly we're going to get some really good stuff. Like you guys are going to be blown away by the stuff that's coming my way. So you and Ralph Lauren show next week. Let's go. Everybody go follow Radiant. Radiant's doing a Ralph Lauren show next week over on Whatnot. There you go. I like it. I like it. All right, next up, let's ship out. Next order is a Vineyard Vines men's extra large quarter zip. This one's been listed for a little bit, but we bought it in the middle of summer. I actually bought it in a bulk buy middle of summer. Sold for $24.99 plus $10 in shipping. To be honest, I think this is going to be right around a pound, maybe a little under. So I'm going to make a little money on the shipping on this one. Again, if you're just hopping in, I do have a little cold today, so I'm going to be a little sniffly. I apologize if you don't like the sniffles. I can't help it. Today. There's Radiant's show on the screen. If you guys want to go bookmark, hop on over to Radiant's channel. Radiant's the same name here as they are over on Whatnot, which is really smart. I like when people do that. They have the same name everywhere, so that way when you get a shout out on a YouTube live, people can still go over and follow your Whatnot channel. Smart. All right, this one's going to ship out for $6.84. It was under a pound. It was 15 ounces, so that one I made about $3 shipping, which helped out with the other couple that I undercharged shipping on. And then we got a couple more orders, and then we're done. Easy shipping live today. By the way, I'm really liking this Jaden's printer. It is super fast. I can't wait till I should do bulk shipping for tomorrow's show for Whatnot and see how much faster I can ship out orders if I already have all the labels. Is it better to have eBay store or just do the regular listing and promote it? Can you do promotions without an eBay store, chat? Are you able to promote without an eBay store? What I would say is you get 250 listings for free, Tara. So use those 250, grow your eBay store, and then once you get 250 listings and you hit those renewals every month, that's when you should probably up your store subscription. That's what I would say. Up your store subscription at that point. But do you get can you promote without a store subscription? Are you able to? Maybe they changed it. I know when they first came out with promoted, you couldn't, but I guess you can now. Next order is a good one. 4-item order. Remember, if somebody buys, I don't have a store and I can promote. Okay, you can. Makes sense now. Okay. I've always had a store, so those questions are always hard for me to answer because I've always had a store since like the beginning. So, but yeah, you can change the promote. Okay, cool. So I would say you don't need a store until you get over 250, or if you want to do like a sale markdown or something like that, you'll need a store for a markdown sale thing, those kind of things. If you want to be able to send out coupons, if you want to be able to do like like an order discount, like what I'm about to show you. This person bought this. This is a Ralph Lauren shirt. They bought this Ralph Lauren shirt. They bought this Brooks Brothers shirt. And they bought this Brooks Brothers shirt. And a promotion that I run in my store is if you buy 2 or more items, you get free shipping. So this person bought all these and they get free shipping. It's kind of like a little bonus, and it helps bundle sales. It helps get people like enticed to buy more items. So that's something you can't do without a store subscription. So if you want to be able to do something like that, that's when you would go ahead and get it early. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, because you get 250 listings for free. So just use those 250 for free. Remember, if you delist, relist, you will need a store before 250 though. Yes, it's 250 listings per month. So if you do a delist, relist, let's say every 15 days for whatever reason, you're manually delisting and relisting, those are counting as 2 insertion fees every single month, 2 insertion fees. If you list 250 and don't sell 250 and then you list another 250, you're going to have 250 insertion fees for that month because the 250 from the month before will renew, and then you got the 250 on top. So just keep that in mind. Just like Ted said in the chat, people don't understand that. If you don't sell the item, it counts as an insertion fee for the next month, guaranteed insertion fee. So when it gets relisted, it's a guaranteed insertion fee. I watched Ralph Lauren Polo Train live show on Poshmark Live. Was just curious. They had about 600 people following each seller. That's insane. I've never thought about doing a raid train on Posh. The thing is, I wish Posh fees were cheaper. It doesn't make sense for me to move a show over. Otherwise, I would, because I have everything already listed on Posh. It would make so much sense for me to do a show on Poshmark because I could literally just bring in all of my listings that I already have on Posh. But Posh fees are 20%. And also, after you go over 5 pounds of shipping, the seller is hit with a additional shipping charge. You can't charge the buyer extra shipping. They only pay $5 or 5 pounds in shipping. So that's another thing, is as a seller, I'm also going to get hit with not only the fees, but also the additional charges for labels. So I wish they would just change the fees. I would do it. I would do it 100%. What a raid train is, it's just a planned, like after my show, I raid somebody random, right? That's usually what I do. So what they do is they have a planned raid. So let's say it's me, Surfs, and Bearded, right? I start the train, I go and I sell a bunch of stuff, and it's like a planned time show. So it's like 30 minutes. I do a show, and then I plan to raid Surf. Surf starts his show right after my show. Then he raids into Bearded. So you're able to keep everybody on the train, basically. Everybody will stay from the first show to the last show. So the first person and last person all get benefits, and everybody in between. And then usually what happens is like newer sellers will hop on that don't really have a following, but they'll bring like some of their best stuff, and they'll be able to get those followers from the first person. Usually you start the train with somebody who already has an established following to start it, and then they just send their people over to the next person and send their people over to the next person. So yeah, that's my dream, to do a train with Bearded and Surfs. So stupid, Amy. Oh, you're so stupid. Anyways, I need to find my bags. Where are the bags? The big bags, the big bags. There they are. Sorry about the sniffles again, chat. I know you hear me sniffling over here. I know you hear it. There's somebody the other day that commented and like, I hate the sniffles. I can't do it. I can't help it. Can't help it. I bought the big bags yesterday. Highly suggest these for bundle orders, especially if you're using Shippo with your big bundle orders, because you can use the bag method if you use a big bag like this. So I've been getting quite a few bundle orders lately. So these have been working out like a charm. I bought a whole mess of these because I don't want to have to reorder these anytime soon. So I think I bought like 400 of them. I'm using only like 4 to 5 of them a week, so I'm gonna have these for a while. I can also use them for like whatnot shows. I just had a big hiccup and a burp at the same time. All right, the only thing I like to do is I like to tape the ends of these. So damn, these are big boys. Question, I'm out thrifting right now. I found a ton of Brooks Brothers custom made suit jackets, 100% wool, lamb's wool, average cost 8 to 10. 1980s pieces, worth it. I don't usually pick up the vintage pieces. There could be money in those. I would do some research while you're at the thrift, but usually the vintage piece I leave behind. The only ones I pick up are like the Explorers, the Fitzgeralds, the Laurel Piana collabs. Those are the ones I pick up. I usually leave the other ones behind. I was on a raid train with Bearded. It was great. Nice. You rode the train with Bearded. I like it. Found Robert Graham pants at the bins. Let's go. You're at the bins right now finding pants. A lot of you are outsourcing right now listening to me. Hopefully nobody in the store can hear my voice. Do you have a video on Shippo? Can it be used with eBay? I actually do have, I don't have a video on Shippo, but I can show you exactly how it's used. Let's go into this label right here. So let me show you on eBay what this is going to cost me to ship out. So here we go. These are the 4 shirts. You can see them on the screen right there. And then let's weigh this out. This is going to weigh 3 pounds, 1 ounce. So we'll just put that accurately in here. 3 pounds, 1 ounce. This is going to cost me $12.60 to ship. It's actually 3 pounds even. I don't have to put the 1 ounce. It's like 3.0. So if it's ever like a 0.0 something, just keep it at 3 pounds. You'll be fine. $12.60. Either way, it's still the same price, whether it's 3 pounds or 4 pounds to ship this item out. Now, if I go over to Shippo, which I'm about to show you here in a second, these are my orders with Shippo. Boom, let me take the comment off the screen. These are my orders with Shippo, and the cool thing about Shippo, I can see all of my items within the order on the main order page. So if I'm looking for my custom SKUs, it syncs with eBay. Right when you sign up with Shippo, it's going to sync with your eBay account, and it's going to upload all of your orders. And then let's say I got a new order. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit sync order, and what it'll do is it'll sync in all my new orders. Obviously, I didn't get another order, so it's just going to be all the same information, but it'll just sync your orders. It'll bring all your orders in. And then you can pull all your orders straight from Shippo. You don't have to be on eBay. As soon as you print the label from here, it'll send the information to eBay for you. So you don't have to go back and forth. You can just ship from this page. Don't even have to log into eBay. That's the best part about it. Then once you're ready to ship, you're going to hit view order. It's going to have all of your items here. It's going to have your item total. Remember, I don't have shipping on this because this person got a discount because they bought multiple items. And I'm going to put in I have custom shipping. So I have custom shipping down here. This is a 2 to 3 pound bag. So what it's going to do is it's going to give me the rates right now. And remember what the rate was over there. Look at this difference in shipping. $7.92 to ship this order. And the eBay, if I ship this on eBay itself with eBay's discounted rates, same exact calculation. Actually, no, hold on. This is wrong. 11 by 9 by 2. Might go, no, it's not going to go down at all. So yes, $12.60 to ship this on eBay. So I would have been losing money if I didn't use Shippo. And then if you use my code, you get $25 after you spend $25 for free. So I saved what, almost $5, right? Yeah, almost $5 in shipping saved because I used Shippo on this order. So use Shippo. Try it for free. Where do you see your screen? You can watch the replay. I'm on Facebook and YouTube showing my screen. I can't really show the screen over here very well. But then you order your label, you print it out, and same process as eBay. You download the label, and then once you do that, it sends the label information to eBay. So there's $5 in savings right there on one singular order. You can ship 30 orders a month without needing any sort of subscription on Shippo. If you like the service and you want to buy the subscription, it's only $20 a month, and I think you can ship out like 10,000 items a month. So that's pretty much all you need is that baseline subscription. If you do like it, if you don't like it, just use it for 30 items, save on 30 items every month, and then move on. I'm gonna put the discount code in the chat. If you're watching on Facebook or watching on TikTok, it's in my bio. It's the first link in my bio. If you go to my link tree, the very, very first link, you'll click on that. You'll sign up for Shippo, and you'll get $25 for free after you spend $25 on your labels. And that is they basically refund your label cost. So it's not like you see like credit, like whatnot pop up on your screen. You'll see the invoice, and then after the invoice is paid at the end of the day, the $25 will come off automatically. I've had some people message me about that and like, hey, I didn't see the credit. It's because it comes off in the invoice at the end of the day. They charge you at the end of the day. So you don't have to go through your eBay and change the shipping settings. It automatically connects. Can you use Shippo with Whatnot? You can't use Shippo with platforms that already give you labels. So Whatnot actually uses Shippo. If you look at the bottom of your labels on Whatnot, it is partnered with Shippo. So that's why I partnered with Shippo myself, because I can talk about Shippo on while I'm shipping, while I'm doing orders, and while I'm running a show on Whatnot, because they're already partnered. All your labels you order from Whatnot go through Shippo. But Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, if you get your labels from the platforms, you can't use Shippo with those. It doesn't make any sense. You're not going to order. Why would you order shipping labels when you're already getting a shipping label, right? But any service that you need a label for, you can order the labels. Some of the service don't connect with Shippo, but you can still do the copy and paste method where you order the label on Shippo, copy and paste to the platform. If you do sell on Mercari and you do Depop and you do get free shipping, you can order your labels on Depop and then just copy and paste the labels over. That's how you do it. Lee Frisco jeans. Seems like they're rare, but I found a pair last week. Sell-through rate is great. Lee Frisco. I've never heard of that. Is it like a vintage pair of jeans? So I noticed you didn't change the dimensions. Does this affect your shipping fees? No. So when I use the bag method, 9 by 11. So the reason Shippo gives discounted rates, it's sort of like Pirate Ship. If you can fit it in a bag, you only use 2 dimensions. You use length and width. You don't use height. Whereas eBay use length, width, and height. So that's why your dimensional rate is smaller. It's a deal they worked out with the post office. So it works out better. I don't have to go through all my eBay listings and change the shipping settings. No. As soon as you sell something, you link your eBay account. It sends the information right over. Sends the info over. Is Shippo better than Pirate Ship? So I just posted the other week. I think it was last week, probably a week from today. If you go to my Facebook page and you look, somebody sent me a message, a personal message, and they left me like a big thank you for showing them Shippo. And they used to use Pirate Ship, and based off the labels that they're getting on Shippo compared to Pirate Ship rates, they're saving around $700 a month is what they plan to save this month, because they ship a lot of shoes. So I'm assuming they're using UPS Surpost, and because that's a service that Shippo offers that's usually more discounted than Pirate Ship, and they're able to save more money that way. So is it better than Pirate Ship? In my opinion, yes, because you also save $25 when you spend $25 with my code. So all of that is like extra savings on top. But that was straight from somebody who sent me a DM last week. I made a whole post about it because I was like, I thought it was the same rates. It was going to be the same exact prices with Pirate Ship, but it actually ends up being cheaper. The opener train started with just a nice giveaway. She followed as the last show with a 5-pound limit, and they would end canceling the purchase show to bundle them. Don't know if it saves on shipping. I know. That's weird. I'd have to figure out 5-pound limit. It would end canceling the purchase and the show and bundle them. I have to figure out Posh shipping. I don't understand. I just know that once you go over 5 pounds, the seller has to basically pay for the additional shipping. So it's very similar to Pirate Ship. It's very similar. You link your account just like you do Pirate Ship. But from what I just said, there's a commenter. Somebody sent me a message. I tagged them too so that people can know that I didn't just make that up. And you can ask them if you want to, if they're actually saving that money. But yeah, they said that they're saving more money on Shippo than they are on Pirate Ship. So try it for free. It's literally free money. If you just use it for the free 25, go ahead. After you spend 25, you get $25 in free labels. So you might as well. And that's all linked in my bio if you're on TikTok. Up until recently, anything I shipped on eBay that was in a bag, I couldn't put the height as 1. Yes, on Shippo, you don't have to put any height. You just do length and width because you use a bag. It's called the bag method. Pirate Ship does the same thing, length and width. That's how you're saving a little bit of extra money. I'm confused. Why would sellers save money when buyers are paying for shipping? Okay, I get this question a lot, and I thought this was common knowledge, but it's okay to ask this because I get where you're coming from. So when you sell something on eBay, for example, if I sell a shirt on eBay, I charge the buyer $7 in shipping. That means I'm collecting $7 in shipping to then purchase my label with that $7. So if my label cost is $6.50, so I go and I purchase the label, I ship it to them and it only cost me $6.50. I made 50 cents profit on that label cost. But the way it works is the buyer pays shipping and you're basically taking that money to purchase your label with. Any additional or any less that you pay, you're either getting a profit off that or you're paying extra for that label. But if you give free shipping, for example, it's not like you give free shipping and then your label cost is free. You still have to buy that label. So what you're doing is you're working the label cost into the cost of your item. So if I usually sell a shirt for $22.99 plus $7 shipping, I would price that shirt at $29.99 because that's $7 cost for that label is worked into the price of my item. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing is free in this world. You have to buy it. Somebody's paying for it on one end or the other. Now they're charging me height for bagged items. Yeah. When I do, if I order off eBay for my labels, I do 9 by 11 by 2. I always have 2 as my dimension. I do my own labels on Depop because their rates are nuts. I'll try Shippo. Yes, you can order it on Shippo and then just copy and paste your information over to Depop. That's the way you can do it. I probably should look into doing that too, actually. I'd have to change my prices on Depop though. Shut up, Surfs. Get out of here. Yes, there are work pants for the 60s, 70s. Found at Goodwill for $6.99. Some sold and sold same day internationally for $400. Holy cow! What brand was that again? Lee Frisco jeans. Lee Frisco jeans. All right, everybody, look out for those when you're at the thrift store. Holy cow! $400. That's insane. I have to change every individual eBay listing from calculated rate to flat rate since I sell all kinds of items at different weights. Again, you're just purchasing your label from Shippo. So however you charge your buyer on eBay is how you charge your buyer. You're just buying the labels on a site that gives you a discounted rate. So you're just doing the same thing on that site. You're putting in the length and width and all your dimensions and you're ordering your label that way. You don't have to change anything on eBay. You're just syncing your eBay account to your Shippo account. When you ship, boom, the label gets sent over to your eBay account. I'm using SurPost on Shippo from your affiliate link. Got my $25 really quick. Still not sold on the subscription yet. Yeah, if you don't want the subscription, if you just want to use it for 30 items a month, just use it for 30 items a month. It's not going to hurt my feelings. What I would suggest is use it on your heaviest 30 items a month. So anything over a pound, use Shippo for. And if you run out and you don't want to pay for the subscription and you still have like 10 days left in the month, then just ship on eBay for those last 10 days. And then the next month, hop over to Shippo. You get another 30 for free. Don't talk to him, Amy. Don't talk to him. Don't encourage bad behavior. I was going to make it cheaper for my buyers to do flat rate like you. Yes, I do $7 flat rate for anything under a pound, but you will have to change it. What you'll do is you'll go and you'll change your business policies. And I have a video on YouTube on changing your business policies, so go watch that video. It's a really, really easy fix. You get 30 not free labels. You get 30 labels without having to pay for the subscription every single month. That's how I should word it. Not 30 free labels. You get 30 labels per month without the subscription, and then it renews the following month. So every month you get 30 that you can use without having the subscription. So, all right, I got 2 orders I got to pull really quick because they sold right before the live. 7182. 7182. All right, good little find right here. I actually found these at TJ Maxx and Marshall's very recently. These are Mizzen and Main men's shirts. I paid $15 for 2 of these. They were on clearance for $15. I've already sold the other one. I sold the other one like 2 days after I listed it. These have only been listed for a week. This one sold today. So $35, Mizzen and Main, brand new with tags. If you're not checking TJ Maxx and Marshall's every once in a while, I would highly suggest doing it because there's always deals to be had at those stores. Just check them frequently, check them often. Because you never know what you're going to find. So that one sold quick. Nice, easy flip. What's up, Jennifer? Because everything is about to be free. I'm not highlighting that comment. That's going to enrage people. I'm moving to New York. Everything is going to be free. Yeah. Anyways, this is going to ship out for... Nothing in life is free, chat. That's what you have to understand. Somebody's got to pay for it one way or another. I could go on about it, but I'm not going to. I bought a label printer. I haven't bought a label printer yet. Does your label maker make your tags that you put on? So I have 2 label printers. I haven't tried it on the Jadens yet, but from what I understand, the Jadens will actually print the inventory numbers off of them. I don't use the Jadens though. We still have the Dymo 450 Turbo. What I did is I actually just moved it from my desk to Kayla's desk because she does all the labeling while she's picturing everything. So she has that over there on the right hand side of the desk. She prints labels out and then she sticks them on there. So we have 2 printers for that. From what I understand, the Jadens does do both, but I already have one that works and I can keep it on the opposite desk and just use this one for regular labels. That's what I plan to do. That one sold and we still got one more. Still Still got one more. Change my profile pic. Let's go. I see your change of your profile pic. Going to estate sales. See you on the next live, Whatnot live. Let's go. Appreciate you. Everybody go follow Dora D the OD over on Whatnot too. Appreciate you sponsoring those giveaways yesterday. Do you fold winter jackets, Patagonia jackets in half and roll them to fit in mailers too bulky? What I use is usually they will fit into a regular poly bag, but if they don't, now I'm using those gigantic poly bags to ship them out. And again, this gives me a better rate. So if the item is too big, I will put it in one of these and just fold it over, and then I use Shippo to get my rates, because if I put it in a box, I got to use that third dimension. But if you use it in a bag, any kind of bag, even if it's a big bag like this, you only have to do length and width on Shippo. So yeah, and these are also linked to, if you go to my link tree on the products I use on a daily basis section, the bags that I have there, those bags are linked under those specific bags, and they're 17.5 by 22, I believe. They're a bigger bag. Last order going out, 7270. 7270. 7270. Okay, so I put out a video the other day. I found a Viore sweater behind the counter for $25. In that video, it was a really simple, easy video. I just asked, would you guys pay $25 for this Viore hoodie? It's brand new with tags, 25 bucks. The majority of the people on that video said no. And I actually love it that you guys said no, because that means I have less competition out there. This sold in just 2 days for $62.99 plus shipping. If you're not willing to pay up for items, you are literally leaving profit behind. Yes, don't pay up for items that don't sell fast. That makes absolutely no sense. This is one of those brands that will sell almost instantly. Usually if you list a brand new with tag Viore piece and it's on market at market price, you're going to sell it super fast. So don't make the mistake that a lot of people do, is they get stuck on their buy cost and they're like, I only pay $5. That's it. I'm not going to pay any more than $5, because you're literally leaving profit behind. After fees, after everything, I should make a minimum of $25 on a $25 purchase. I'm doubling my money. It only took 2 days to sell. Very, very, very minimal work to list this as well. It's not like a hard good that I had to test and do all that stuff. I literally just took measurements, took photos, got it up listed, boom, sold. So don't make that mistake. Viore, brand new with tags. Again, a lot of people, I see the comments all the time like, hey bro, I only get my stuff from the bins. You're paying way too much for your stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not my competition. I'm going to make more money at the thrift store because you're not willing to pay $25 for something that's literally going to sell in 2 days. So don't be those people. Appreciate you, Betty. Appreciate the questions. Create good content, picking on each other. It's fun. I follow each of your prototype with promo shipping and thrifting. Great job. I've learned a lot. Yes, we love to mess with each other. That's what we do. That's we're supposed to. We're like younger and older brothers. I get outerwear from wholesale supply company. Last box almost made, all Patagonia vintage. Let's go. We got some Patagonia on the way too. Can you spell that? Viore, V-U. How do you spell Viore? V-U-O-R-I. V-U-O-R-I. How do you set your printer to print consecutive numbers? I use Dymo. On Dymo, you use the Dymo function on your computer. There's a Dymo app, and you set it to where when you print the one number, it automatically prints the next number after that. I have a video. If you watch my boxes versus bins video, it goes over that whole thing entirely, how I set my label printer up. So go to my YouTube channel, boxes versus bins. Watch that video. It's near the end of the video. I show how I set my Dymo. Subtle roast on the Whatnot lives. Those aren't roasts. Those are me being serious. I'm being 100% serious when I talk about surfs. Going both ways like surfs up fines. That's my favorite line. I made that up on the fly one night, and it's brilliant. I paid $25 for a FootJoy, DryJoy, Nua tags, rain, and sold quickly for $75. Yeah, and there's some people out there, DM, that will say, you paid way too much for that item. There's not enough profit. I had a long conversation in the thrift store. I don't think he watches my content. He just said that he's been watching me and Ethan buy a bunch from thrift stores. It was an older gentleman. Really, really, really good conversation. Just spur of the moment. It was on Wednesday. We were out thrifting. We had Joey with us, and I was in the back of the store, and this older gentleman walked up, and he said, I respect what you guys do. And I was out of nowhere. I was like, oh, so you follow me on social media? And he's like, no, I don't follow. I don't have social media, but I've seen you guys buy a lot of stuff at thrift stores. I shop these stores all the time. I see you with a full cart. I see that young guy over there in the shoes with the full cart. And I was like, oh, you must be talking about Ethan. He's like, yep, Ethan. That's the one I was talking to the other day. He's like, I respect the hustle. And he went into his backstory, and he told me that he used to run all of the Home Depots in Canada. So he ran every single Home Depot in Canada. He was like one of the top bigwigs in there. And we got to talk about business for a little bit and everything. And he's like, I can't believe the margins you guys get on your items. Like the margins on your items are so good. And I was like, you know what's funny is I get comments all the time about how the margins are horrible. And he's like, if you double your money on anything, your margins are excellent. Like you don't get that in big business. It just doesn't happen. And on Home Depot, like margins are like 10% or less, and you're making double your money on everything at least. And I'm like, well, sometimes, triple, quadruple my money, like double my money is like the least I do. He's like, that's insane. And he got into his backstory about how he used to run, it's not called a Dollar Tree, but it's called a buck or two, I guess, in Canada. And he used to run a store, and his margins were about the same at that store. He'd buy stuff for 29 cents and sell it for $1 or $2. That was like his average ROI, and that's when he was making really, really good money, is doing the buck or two store. But yeah, we talked for a while, and it's just funny whenever I get those comments about how we don't make a lot of money as resellers, like margin wise, it's just laughable, because I think the people making those comments really don't understand like what kind of margins regular businesses make. Like to double your money is really, really, really good. So yeah, don't get caught up too much on the I got to pay $1 to sell something for 20 and that's all I have to do, and I can't pay up for stuff, because turning 20 an item that I paid $25 for and selling it for 62.99 and doubling my money in just 2 days is really good margins. Really, really good. So now it's called a buck or five. Yeah. With inflation, it's called a buck or five. But really, really good conversation. I got the guy's number. I'll probably stop and I'll probably go to lunch with him. He had a whole backstory. I'm not going to get all into it, but we talked for like 25 minutes in the thrift store. I always like talking to people like that. You can always tell when somebody is really, really, I don't know, not intelligent, but they know their stuff, when they can just walk up to you and have that kind of conversation like right off the bat. You can just tell the vibe was just like really, really good with that older guy. So he's 72 years old, and I always like talking to those people too. I used to work at the post office. I talk to all ages. I've said this multiple times. I've talked to all ages, and I'm able to talk to all ages. And it's always fun to talk to an older generation, because they have lived the experience. They understand a lot more than what we understand. So going back and forth with them, it's really good. So yes, and that's one thing I want to do, is learn Mr. Waffles, is learn some things from him. I'd love to go have like a lunch and just listen to his story. He also has done franchises, so the Buck or Two was a franchise, and I've always thought about doing a franchise like a Plato's Closet or something like that, and like using my social media audience to bring into a Plato's Closet situation. I think that would be pretty cool. But there's all kinds of weird stuff that happens when you franchise. So that's like a conversation I can have with him and like really, really learn. So yes, appreciate you, Captain. Appreciate you. He's definitely older and definitely wiser. He's definitely older, wiser, and richer. He's he's a lot richer. Yeah, he ran all. Just think, he was like the head CEO, not CEO, but he was like one of the head guys that ran all of the Home Depots across all of Canada back in the day. Not now. He hasn't ran them for a while, but he knows his stuff. Scared money don't make money. If you have enough capital, paying up for items is not a problem. Your buy cost averages, yep, 100%. I get it when you're first starting, though. If you only have $100 to your name, you're not going to go spend $25 on a viewer. It's too much risk. It's not really that much risk, but it's too much risk when you're first starting. And I get that when you're first starting, makes sense. But when businesses have excess funds to spend on inventory every month, it's better for them to force those buys and get a bunch of stuff in, and then turn that money over. Because if money's sitting in your bank account, it's not making you money. You got to put your money to work. So, do you ever get any negative when you're checking for comps when thrifting? Any negative when you're checking for comps with thrifting? No, when you're checking for comps with thrifting, that's when you find out if the item's worth picking up. The only negative is if you're in a thrift store with no internet service. No cell service when you're in there, and you can't check comps. That's the only negative I've ever come across. But if you research correctly, you should be able to pick something up and know you're going to make a profit before you leave the store. When am I tipping my carrier at Christmas? a small time seller. She now picks up my stuff every day. So what I would do I mean, it just depends on how much money you want to give them. $20 goes a long way, $50, $100, whatever you have, and put it in an envelope, write their name on it. If you know their name, or write mailman on it, give it to them in a sealed envelope so they can't get in trouble for taking a tip because they're just taking a card from you. So that's how you get around that. Just seal it and give it to them, whatever you feel like they deserve. Yeah, give it to them. Stores a big K-Way's closet and surf's clearance section. Yeah, the surf's up section. The clearance section is called the surf's up. I like that. I should do that. Then the surfs would probably sue me though. He definitely would sue me. He definitely would sue me. I'm sure you mentioned this before. What's your average time you spend in a store? It just depends on the store. If it's a smaller Goodwill store, I'm in there for 30 minutes or less. If it's like a red, white, and blue on a discount day, I could be there for 2 hours. Also depends if I have Kayla with me, because typically the women's section is bigger than the men's section. So she'll be in the women's section for longer. And then I'll usually like go to the kids section, go to the hard goods, and just like kind of do laps around the store while it gives her time to search the entire women's section. But yeah, just depends on the store. Anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. So trademark surfs clearance. Oh yeah, I'm going to trademark surfs up fines actually before he has a chance to sue. Is Nifty good for Posh? New changes, delist. Yes. I don't do the delisting on Posh. I don't do the delist relist because of the whole situation with them like banning accounts and suspending accounts. So I turn that off. But as far as the sharing goes, as far as the following people back, all that stuff, I use Nifty to do all that. So Nifty could do a thread showing the AI what's selling, show users what's trending across multiple platforms. That would be actually really smart if she did something like that. She has all the data to do that, so that would be really smart. Shippo, is shipping less expensive with Shippo only when using a poly mailer? No. So if you have a bigger item or a heavier item that fits in a smaller box, those will usually be cheaper. Anything really over a pound should be cheaper on Shippo than it is on eBay. So just check the rates. That's what I would do. It's never going to be more expensive. It's always going to be the same price or cheaper. So just try it out and see. Compare the rates after a couple items. See like 2 or 3 pound items compared to Shippo and eBay. Also compare all the services too, because just because you use the post office, if you ship a lot of bigger items and you have UPS down the street and Shippo ends up being like $5 cheaper on some of your items to ship your bigger items on Shippo compared to eBay, I'd rather do that, especially if you do a lot of hard good sales. So packing up all my winnings from last night. All of them are already packed. You're one of the big boxes in the front, Baldy McBaldy. You're one of the big boxes all the way in the front. Everything's already packed up from that live. We get that done early in the morning. It'd be great if Nifty could tell us what items is selling for when you list on AI. Linz, I actually like the fact that it doesn't. And here's the reason why. eBay has where they use AI to tell you what items should be priced at. It is almost always wrong. So if you go with what the AI is telling you, the problem is if it's a vintage Ralph Lauren puffer jacket, right? It's just going to look up Ralph Lauren puffer jackets. It's not going to go in and look up the vintage one. It's not going to go in and look up the exact same one. It's going to do a broad search. That's what all these AIs do, is they all do broad searches. So if you do the research and you find out that Ralph Lauren vintage jacket is not worth $50, what Nifty is telling you it's worth $200, you're going to win. So just take those up extra couple seconds and look up your items. Because 99 times out of 100, the AI, just like eBay's AI, is going to give you the wrong price. So I actually like that it doesn't. There's other services that do give you prices, and I'll tell you those services are giving out the wrong prices in most cases too. So yeah, do a little bit of research. I 100% think it's better to do it that way. You also learn a lot more if you're doing the research as opposed to AI tool doing the research. So nice. I relist on Poshmark now through Nifty. Is it safe because it's set to correct 60-day window? Yes and no. I've heard some people have always used the 60-day relist window, and Nifty has always been within Posh regulations too. And they still get dinged for delisting and relisting too much. I think it's just because you delist and relist 10 items in a day and you sell 10 items and you just delisted 20 items in that day. And they're like, wait, you delisted too much in the day, and it triggers the algorithm. The whole time you were supposed to be able to delist sold items, and people were getting dinged for delisting sold items. So just keep that in mind. To mitigate that, I turned off all delist relist on Posh. I've kept it that way since Posh made the changes. I still get tons of sales. The only benefit you get, the only benefit you get to a delist relist on Posh is you end up at the top of search just like you do if you share, and you end up on the newly listed page. Those are the only. So if you share your item, you end up at the top of search too. So why don't you just share your item to end up at the top of search? I don't know of many people who are going on Posh to shop and just shopping newly listed. They're typing their item they're looking for and they're going through the search. Whoever's at the top is usually the ones who gets the sales. So just share your items, you'll end up at the top. It's not like eBay, it's not like Depop, it's not like Mercari. The only ways to end up at the top of search is a delist relist. So you delist relist on those. On Posh, you just share your closet. But yeah, the only benefit you get really is on the newly listed page. And again, I don't think a lot of people are shopping on the newly listed page. AI pricing is terrible. I remember somebody took an AI price of $20 for an Aviator Nation hoodie. It's worth at least triple that. Yeah, I would highly suggest not using AI pricing. Is there a place to do the research? Yeah, eBay. You go on eBay, you type in your item, you filter for listed, you see how many are listed, you filter for sold, you see how many are sold, and you see what they're selling for. You compare the listed prices to the sale prices. If you see 500 listed for 500 bucks and you see one sold for $100, that means that item is not a pickup because it's going to take you forever to sell that item. So yeah, that's how you do it. Also, go watch my videos, Brenda. I have a bunch of Bolo videos on YouTube, and it goes over exactly how to do sold comp research. So go watch those videos. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them up right now. You're listed on eBay every 30 or 60 days. Every 30 days on eBay. Wish me luck on this one. Wish me luck on this one. I know it's priced high, but those comps. What I can't. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? I do think AI. I don't think AI will ever be safe for pricing items. Uh, I think in the future it could be. I mean, AI is just getting better and better. So eventually they'll be able to look up your item and give exact sold comps. I think that will eventually happen. I don't think it's anytime soon. So, all right, chat. What you talking about, Blitz? Appreciate you guys hanging out. I got a show tonight. It's gonna be a kids show, so if you like kids items, make sure you come out to Whatnot. If you haven't signed up, there's a link in my bio. Go get your free 15 bucks. Come out. If you use that $15 tonight on a kids show, you'll probably be able to get like 1 or 2 pieces for free, because kids pieces usually don't sell as much for men's as men's and women's do. So come out tonight. If you don't like kids stuff, come out Saturday night, 8 p.m. on both nights. Saturday night's gonna be a men's and a women's show. That one's gonna be stacked full, just like a last Saturday show. Absolutely stacked full. We're probably gonna run like 200 pieces that night. It's gonna be a fast-paced show. We're gonna try to move a bunch of stuff, so make sure you bookmark that show. My screen just went dark over here. I don't know what just happened. Make sure you bookmark both shows. Make sure you sign up if you haven't signed up. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next one.